What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Coach Glow. Today I'm going to be pulling cards for Virgo. Conclusions are within reach. It feels like you're looking for something. Full moon eclipse. Or you passed by something here when you weren't looking or something like that. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah. Full moon eclipse. So it's like you're both walking around with like your head down. Like, you know, not feeling optimistic about life, not feeling optimistic about your future. You're just sort of like just sitting in your emotions and this like shitty feeling. And you're kind of just like moving around. You're like moving, but there's like no emotion. You're fucking bored. You're bored. And I feel like you get yourself into like trouble without even like trying, because you're so, it's like you feel like something is missing. It's almost like you're looking at everything that is hard or that is tough, you know, and you're not paying attention to like the brighter side of things. Very glass half empty type of feeling, moping around with your head down. And I feel like it's almost like your other half, or like your yin, your yang, or whatever, is sort of like in the same place. Like they just feel like down, and it's like you're around each other, but it's like you're not like connecting to it. It's like it's there, but you're not like connecting to it. You're sort of just like passing by each other with your head down. I almost see like, it's like two like negative magnets. Do they go together? It's like pushing away from each other. It's like you'll come close, and then it'll just like just miss each other. Is that the way it's supposed to be? Is that what it is? Are you not supposed to be excited? Are you not supposed to, like... I don't know. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. You might have to, like, talk to somebody about how... It's like something's, like, really, really, like, tight. It's like shy, and I don't know if it's like insecure, but it's like you want to protect something. You don't want to like let something out. It's like you're trying to hold something in. You don't want to let it out, but there's so much pressure built up behind it. It's almost like, you know, you're losing your grip on something here. Where like it could be triggered by like outside influences, by whoever's around it, whoever's talking to it. Here can like influence it however they want. Someone feels like shy. I don't know. Because it's like deep down they know that they're like a beast. So it's like they hide themselves away from people because they don't want to hurt them or something like that. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Or you might have that in your chart. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Conclusions are within reach and you are good enough. Communication is key. Yeah, it's like you're like close. You're like close, but you're not that close. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. There's like an insecure feeling like of like another side of you. Yeah. And there's a lot of like built up pressure on that other side because I feel like you never really let it out. You never let it out of its cage because it's like a beast. And it's like once it's let loose, you know, you kind of got to let it do its own thing and get tired. Let it get tired on its own. And I feel like something just needs like love or some understanding here to let it get tired. Because most people will see this thing and they'll be like, oh my God, stop it. Make it stop. And then like try to hurt it to make it stop it. And it's not how you make it stop. You got to do it with like positive reinforcement, with like love. And it's like people don't know how to like love this thing because they're so scared of it. I feel like you're not scared of it. You've been able to control it, you know, so far, but you know that other people are easily startled by it. And it's because they don't understand it. You understand it. What are you doing? It's like meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Yeah, man, that's that balance. Meditate and contemplate. It's trying to find that balance. That's what Pisces do. That's why they meditate and contemplate. Even though I feel like it's a Virgo trait to sort of like go into hermit mode, you know. You know, trying to give something, some perspective here. Meditate and contemplate. There's some sort of like outlet you need. Man. So I have like two different sides. Like I'm Pisces sun, but I'm like Virgo moon. And we're like opposites. So I'm literally like, I can be like super sweet, super nice, kind, generous, always, like for most of the time. But sometimes I'm like really fucking bitchy. Just because like, if I do things like, let's just say I am really, really sweet, but I am also, I can be like the meanest person you'll ever meet. Like just, I will shit all over your whole life. And not like mean, like I'm not like vengeful. I don't do bad things to people, but if I feel like I'm being like messed with or put into a corner, if it's like fight or flight with me, I'm gonna fight every time. Stand up for myself every time. Like, I look sweet, but it should not be taken as a weakness. And I feel like I have to like walk around with like a warning sign on me. So like not only am I fucking Latina, I am also a Pisces with a Virgo moon. Like, oh my goodness. Like I need to walk around with like a warning sign. And my Venus is in Aries. And my rising is Sagittarius. Like I got a lot of fire in me, man. But I like try to like keep it calm and simmer it down here with my water. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. It's like you don't want people to be scared of you, but you know that, you know, you should like don't give me a reason for me to for this side of me to like come out. The fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. I'm saying. And unlike every other sign, every other sign has either like something to protect them. Like they either have a weapon or they have a shell or, you know, not me, I'm just a fish. I'm just a vulnerable fish with no weapon, no nothing. Just feeling the vibes. Like if I have to defend myself, I'm gonna put my whole self into it. My whole being, like. If I can avoid it, I will. And I try to avoid it as much as possible. It's like once you open up this communication with somebody here, you better fucking hold on tight, because I feel like whoever it is gonna be honest and vulnerable, and they're just gonna be themselves. And I feel like it may seem like scary like at first, but really it just needs like understanding. Like it's like a pit bull. I kind of sort of like this angle. You can see what's going on here. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. Virgo, you're a boss. Ten of Pentacles. This is also like the Joneses. This is like the perfect home, the perfect family life, the perfect business. Everything is running smoothly here. You got it all. You got the money. You got the money. You got the family. You got this security, this stable foundation here. You got connections. This is your legacy. Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you come from a good family. You know, you're never going to go without when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles. And the fact that you have it in your life right now, It's a lot to be grateful for. But it's also a lot to take care of. And to be perfect all the time. The Hangman. Yeah, it's like you're like a fish in a fishbowl. It's like everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching your money. Everybody's looking to see what you're going to do with it. Or you're feeling stuck. It's like people are trying to like slow you down. And like this is like progress being slowed down. And you're like, you know, what is this stuck energy? Like, why aren't things like moving along? With the Hangman, you're trying to understand why things are Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like you're expecting something to sort of like blow up for you with the Hangman, but it's like not blowing up. What is going on? The Lovers. La la la, la la la, la la la. The Lovers. It just makes me think of like Ariel's voice in The Little Mermaid. What are you doing? Her voice in The Little Mermaid. Four of Swords. Nine of Wands. La la la. Nine of Wands, see? Nine of Wands is kind of like this conclusions are within reach card here. Nine of Wands, conclusions are within reach. You know, the pressure's on. The pressure is on. But for you, you sort of know that, you know, this shit isn't easy. It's not for the weak. You expect there to be some pressure. In fact, you get sort of like excited. That's why this Knight of Wands is here. Because you're like, ooh, there's pressure. That means change is coming. Ooh, there's pressure. That means change is coming. Something different is going to happen. You know, I'm going to have to move somehow. It's a little bit scary here. But you're hoping that you can, like, keep your composure. But in your mind, you're like, for what? Every time I played it small, every single time. Because I feel like somebody else is, like, trying to take your, like, name or your credit for something here. Or make you look bad in some sort of way. You know, trying to get you to get uncomfortable. You know, lash out, become imbalanced. Nine of Wands. It's like right before something great happens, like it just seems like everything's just spiraling out of control. Four of Swords. But I feel like you've been sort of recognizing the signs and the symbols, and learning to be calm and, you know, because I feel like with the Four of Swords, it's like rest and recovery. So I feel like you don't want to make a big deal out of something. You don't want to blow something up out of proportion here. At least you don't, but other people want you to blow things up out of proportion. They want you to explode. And deep down, you know, you kind of want to let loose too. You want to fucking rip shit apart, blow shit up. Like, you're like, bring it the fuck on. It's like, you want to throw things? You want to throw things? All right, let's fucking throw things. You want to throw things? The devil, you see? You see what I'm saying? Nine of Wands. But this shit, it doesn't destroy you anymore. You're like learning to have fun with this. Like not trying to make something a big deal. Like, you know, it's like, you're not perfect. You know, people know you're not perfect. You know you're not perfect. You know other people aren't perfect. You know that they've got their shit just like you got your shit with the Nine of Wands. Maybe somebody's really going through it right now. Eight of Cups. They're not fully invested emotionally in what it is that you got going on with them. With the Justice card. And like, it's like you can't take this moment away from somebody. You can't take this learning experience away from somebody here because you want to protect them from the evils of the world. You know, Page of Wands. They're gonna have to learn somehow. Page of Wands here. It's like a little kid that, like, you know, curses at everybody and tries to hit people and, like, you know, just treats them like crap. It's because they've, you know, they think that they can get away with it. But one of these days, they're going to meet the one that's not going to let them get away with it. I feel like you're that one. Like, I feel like you're that person that's not going to let shit slide. You know, it's like they messed with the wrong one. Like, I'm nice and all. Or, like, I'm your family and all, right? Because this could also be in the family. Like, we're family and all. But, like, if I'm going to have to be the one to check you, I will. Right? And if you choose to see me differently because Four of Swords, like, really, you're trying to help them. Like, bro, you can't be doing that. You can't be talking all crazy to people. You need to, with the Lovers card, like, read the room, bro. Read the room. And there are consequences. You need to teach someone with the Lovers card. There are consequences to your choices. That's why the Justice card is here. I feel like you're somebody's justice or you're somebody's consequence for their choices and their actions. Like, you're not letting shit slide this year. The Magician. I feel like you're very close in age with someone or people here. You're very close in age. But it's like you figure things out faster. So maybe this is somebody of the opposite sex. Where they're just like, they're young. Page of Wands. The Devil. Could be Capricorn. Libra. Not Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Virgo. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, just someone very, like, immature and just lets, like, this ugly side sort of rule their life, And it's like they just let it happen. Like they're being lazy-minded. They're being lazy because they feel like they come from like a rich family. Like they're entitled. That's what it is. They're entitled to you, your money, you know, the people you know. Yeah, the magician. Somebody's like they're using you. They're using their connection to you to continue with this toxic behavior. And I just feel like they've really worked your last nerve. I feel you being pissed the fuck off with the conclusions are on reach. It's like, bro, you're walking on thin ice. How many times I gotta fucking tell you? And I feel like you're just so like calm and like sweet and still so helpful because that's who you are. That's what you're made of. You have, if you have it, you're gonna share. But you're not doing all this stuff so somebody else can be lazy and the hangman, you know what I'm saying? And just fucking chill and use up all your energy, use up all your hot water, use up all your, eat all your food, you run up the light bill, shit like that. It's like you're taking care of like a princess. And it's like they've done nothing to earn this spot in your life. They just know you. Page of Swords. Yeah. Page of Swords. Another page. Immature. Like, I feel like somebody's watching you. They're watching you online again. The Magician. Looking to see where they can get in. How they can seduce you with the Devil card. Back into, like, helping them. Or feeling sorry for them. 9 of Wands. Or it's like they expect you to jump to action for them. With the Lover's card. You're like, every time I've jumped to action for you, I've fallen on my face. And I've had to pick up all the pieces on my own with the 4 of Swords. I've tried doing all of the healing. I've done all of the healing things. And I feel like I don't think that you're done. Because I feel like there's a side to you that's like so used to being treated so poorly that you've become like used to it. Or the Devil card, like it's like you're starting to become obedient to it now. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, like you've fallen in love with your capturer. And they're using that. They're using the fact that they know that you will always, that you are weak to them. And that's the thing, they still think that you're weak. 4 of Swords. You're like, no, I'm different now. I'm healed now. And they're like, yeah, that's what you said last time. You're so silly. Give me $1,000. And you're like, okay. Page of Swords. You know you're a fucking idiot around this person. Fucking stupid. You find yourself looking them up and thinking about them again, and you're like, what the fuck is my problem? The Magician. What is my problem? It's like you still believe that there's like magic between you and someone else. And with the Lover's card, that you'll always come back together. Page of Swords. And it's like something written in a storybook. Somebody wants that storybook, fairy tale, happily ever after with that Ten of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. And they think that, like, having sex with somebody is going to get them to want the same thing with you. It's like, all I need is one night. 24 hours. Ten of Wands. And I can make this person change their mind, or I can get this person under my command. Somebody feels like they're like a really good like witch. With the Devil card, they probably are. I'm not gonna lie, this bitch is sexy. With the Devil card, the Magician, they're not sexy. They just know how to get you into their like web, but also get you to do everything for them. Or they walk away with something, and I feel like it's like they starve you until you have no other choice but to call them or reach out to them. But why do you want it so bad? Ten of Wands, King of Wands. Somebody just has the best something. They have the best wand. Ten of Wands. It just fucking rocks your world every fucking time. It's like a guaranteed fucking... A fiery climax approaches. Knight of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Like, Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Like, you're willing to wait for your turn when it comes to this person. What? Or this is somebody with you. They're willing to wait their turn for you. Three of Pentacles. You've got something like rich, and you're desirable. King of Wands. And you're always on the go, so it's like people want to chase you. King of Wands. You're not afraid. You're open. You're honest. You're not afraid to be yourself. You're not afraid to go after what it is that you want. Knight of Cups. You're sweet. You're kind. You're caring. You're compassionate. You're like fun. 9-1. And it's just like this person is just always like around, like begging you for stuff, and you're like, you just take it. It's like you don't even pay any mind to how often somebody calls you for something here, and the fact that they always want something, or they always need something from you, or they're always in like trouble, and you're like, well, I'm never, I don't have to deal with that because I put in the work to make sure I'm not in that position, like I am aware that my choices have consequences here. And you're like, I'll give you this, but you're like, make better choices next time. And then they don't. And then they always come back to you. And you're like starting to see, a pattern where someone is like stuck on you, on what they can get from you, on, being around your energy. And you're starting to see like this person is just around me, not to help me, but to, with the Magician, it's like they want to know all your secrets, not so they can like use them. They want to know all your secrets so they can sell them to make themselves a profit. the devil, this Capricorn energy here is just like using you for their benefit. King of Wands. Like I see someone who's like super flashy, but because they're being supported by somebody else. And this person that's like supporting them here is being treated like shit. Or, you know, and that is starting to really get on somebody's nerves. It's really starting to pile up, so much so that this person is about to like lash out. You might lash out on somebody, like, and it may seem like unexpected, like, oh my god, you always say yes, and this time you're saying no, and they're like, they just are so in disbelief. They almost feel like Ten of Wands, like they have to burn this bridge and like run away. Ten of Wands. It's like as soon as you say no, they're just like, okay, next. I saw this, my cousin posted this, I think yesterday. She goes, I know she's like, I know a hustler and a Honda. Yeah, I know a hustler and a Honda and a bum and a BMW.